Alright, I got the Hobie Lynx out for a run this morning. Keen to get her back in the water. Just had her down the south coast on the freshwater for 3 days last week, so definitely a pretty nice simple rig to get out and get amongst it. So I'm just parked up under Tom Ugley's bridge. I'm just about to throw in on the incoming tide, see what I can get onto. Alright, so that's me coming under Tom Ugley's. I'm going to head up to the deep water today and just going to have a little bit of a crack with some vibes I haven't used for ages, so see where that leads. Okay, so first rod, what I've tied on is a little baby vibe. I've just taken off the middle trebles, so I've just got the tail trebs. So that's in the cockle colour, so that's what's going on there. Alright, next up, I'm just running 5 pound fluorocarbon leaders, and this is a Echo Gear VX35. That's the second little vibe, and I'm just going to put the Hurricane Skimp 70 in cleaver on a 1/1/16 jig head. And that way I've got a few different bases covered. That's the skimp. I generally do a loop knot unless the lure has a ring, and obviously these little jig heads don't, so yeah, just do that standard. So that's the plan. I also like to lay these a little bit down in the back rod holders. So I don't have any problems with the casting. Okay, alright, let's get this show on the road. So I'm just going to pump down to some deeper ground and just try these vibes, see if there's any bream in the water. Like, it's probably a range of 6 to 9, 10 metres, and I'll just give the vibe a bit of a run and see, yeah. So the vibes, generally I just, let it get to the bottom, and you're just twitching it enough to feel that vibration in the vibe. Just kick in a little bit, just tiniest, like a, and then let it sit back down again. If I had to pick a colour, generally I would be picking black, especially in this sort of deeper water. Don't ask me why, but yeah, I guess as fishermen you tend to fish with lures that you've caught fish on, and that's probably the main reason. It does have a nice contrast in the water. So I've come over to the 2 to 4 kilo Zodiac stick. Yeah, the Echo vibes have a great vibration about them as well. You don't have to move them much to get a response out of that little vibe. As some of you guys may know, at Christmas I got a new Hobie Outback, and really happy with that. A few people asked why switch out the Lynx for the Outback, but they're both very different craft, and as you can see, I've kept both. I couldn't part with my beloved Lynx. Even this morning, just loading it, unloading it, getting into the water, yeah, just that much easier. The thing is, once you're on the water, and depending on the conditions of the weather, which craft is easier to use today. Beautiful day, flat water, no chop. The Lynx, perfect for that. And don't get me wrong, I've had it out in all kinds of weather, quite rough actually. It's a little bit wetter ride. You get a little bit of that hull slap at the front. It's not a deal breaker. The portability, it's quick off the market, turns really fast. And standing up on the Lynx is actually, I find it more stable than my Outback. But ultimately, Some of the days I spend out on the kayak are long. A Hobie comps can be 2 days and an extra day for pre-fish, so you could be 3 days in a kayak fishing 7 hours a day. And I've just found the Outback a little bit more capable for a variety of weather. So obviously when you enter a Bream comp, you don't really get to choose the weather conditions on the day, and you can be out in quite tough conditions. So it's a more well-rounded all-weather boat. But for the majority of the fishing that I do, in the estuaries especially, Hacking River, Georges and surrounds, the Lynx is just such an easy craft to manage. And I love it. So I definitely haven't moved on from the Lynx. And there are quite a few guys that actually use them as well in the comps. And just because they're so much easier to handle and manage in and out of the water. Often when I take my bigger boat out, it's like a 7-metre hardtop fiberglass boat. The only option if I want to take a kayak really is to take the Lynx, because the Outback's just a little bit too heavy to manage getting up on top of the hard top of the boat, which also sits on a trailer. So it's some metres from the ground. And then obviously once you're out on the water, you've got to manage to get it back down. A lot of these trips I'm solo, so I don't have an extra hand to sort of help me manage it up and down. And the Lynx is the perfect craft. That means I get the best of both worlds when I'm out in the boat, because I also have the Hobie Lynx with me and can pretty much choose them what kind of styles of fishing I want to get into. So yeah, they're my basic pros and cons. And even just as recent as a few days ago, I was down the south coast at Kangaroo Valley, and my wife and I went for a kayak camping trip with my sister and brother-in-law, sorry. So we had we'd borrowed a Hobie Compass Duo, that's the double kayak. My sister and brother-in-law used that, and I took the Hobie Outback, which I mostly used, and my wife used the Lynx. So yeah, it's great to have the combination of both. It's great when you want to go with more than one person. And on the weekend I switch between the Outback and the Lynx. Yeah, and it's definitely they feel very different. My wife, who was using the Lynx, we had a bit of wind when we were down there, and she said, "Hey, you guys are just all tracking straight ahead as you paddle, and I seem to be kind of all around on the top of the water." And that's probably just, when you get a bit of wind, the Lynx, as it sits on the surface, doesn't really have a hull, because it's such a shallow draft that you tend to skate across the surface. And so when you want to track in a straight line and you're travelling for kilometres, sometimes that can be a little bit annoying, especially when I guess you're with other people that are tracking straight ahead. As a pack horse, however, we loaded this Lynx up with a really big Pelican box on the back. You'll probably see that in a future video, but I have used it before, and that just handles it so well. I had a big box loaded with all the camping gear, food, everything you could imagine, and it just fitted into one big box on the back of the Lynx. Brilliant for being a workhorse as well. So that's my kind of take on Hobie Lynx and Outback. I don't really try and compare them, one's better than the other, they're just different craft. And they offer different things. Sure, the Outback's got a few more bells and whistles that I like as well. It's got the dual steering on each side. It's got the Guardian system which actually raises and lowers the transducer, especially when you've got a side scan style one, so it's not hanging out underneath, which could be damaged if you hit a rock or something like that. It's easy just to pull on the string and up she goes into the hull. It's got a little bit more storage. You got some hull storage on the Outback. At the front hatch. You've got the hatch just in front of you, where this little tray here sits into it on the Outback, but obviously on the Lynx, just got to sit it out on the deck. So yeah, both awesome. And you know, I get to share both versions of it, which is pretty fortunate. It's had a nice little strike, but missed the hooks. They just come out of a little clump of weed just straight ahead of me here. Yes, it's the first kind of inquiry. I was a little bit quick on the retrieve, so. Okay, I've got a fish on here. Oh, but I think it's caught on the bottom because I've cast right in amongst these little. Oh, I can feel it on the rocks. It isn't good. Yeah. Hit pretty much as soon as it hit the surface. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a fish. And I've only got really light leader here, and it's a big bunch of oyster heads here. Okay, he's come out. Yeah, Brimbos. Oh, he's caught on some weed. It's only a tiny brim. Felt like an elephant, but it's got half the weed population with it. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I'll bring him in. Yeah, he must have ran straight into that. And it's on the little sprat. Believe me when I say there's a fish in amongst this. A full oyster, actually. Let's see if I can get him out of there. Okay. De-weed. Okay, so there's the little fish. It's a good looking area for fish to be. This guy is not quite legal. See a little sprat there hanging out of the mouth, and it's one of the Sprat 75s, iceberg UV, and that's the lure there. Okay, it's a little lure and he'll be good to go again. Yeah, he wouldn't be quite legal size, so I won't put him on the measure. He'd be close to legal. Nah, he's not, he's 24 and a half. All right, bud. I just switched over from fishing with a surface lure there, the bent, 76mm, but haven't had much luck. Had a few bumps, but nothing really lighting up my world. Okay, I've moved back up now to Tom Ugly's bridge. I've met Andrew Deep and we're just going to fish the pylons for a little bit. I've got the little baby vibe on at the moment. And we're just going to kind of leapfrog across the different pylons. Now, in all truth, I haven't had a lot of success on Tom Ugly's bridge, but I'm keen to turn that around, so see what happens. Yeah, I've been a bit wide.
I wasn't watching, but
Yeah.
you just don't get wide.
Get them on. Righto, good.
I can tell you.
Yeah, there's nothing on there. Huh? Is there? Oh, talk up. Oh, come on, get out of there. Yeah, I can see him in the water. It's a first Bream on the bridge. But not get too excited yet. Let's get him aboard. Yeah, come on, baby. I had a bit of a hoodoo on this bridge. Yeah, it's a good one. Nice legal. Yeah, good stuff. That's what we want. Probably, yeah, 28, 29. Jesus. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Just to get one off Tom Ugly's. It's a little baby vibe hanging out there. It's not a bad little fish. Deethy gave me a bit of a tip there. He said make sure you're casting right up hard. He's got one over there as well. So that's good. I'll get this guy off. Baby vibe in the cockle. Nice fish. There we go. Measure him up. .32 tipper. So that's great. Gives me a bit of confidence. Catch one. Pretty cool. A nice little 32 tip. Whoop, whoop, he wanted to go. Saved. Nice little guy. I'll pop him back in now. So that was caught on the little baby vibe cockle, and I just had the single trebs on the back. See you, mate. The hoodoo has been lifted on the Tom Ugly's bridge. The nice 32. Gee, there's some bait here too. Oh. Oh yeah, that's another fish. Good stuff. Oh, feels pretty good. Yeah, another nice fish, another legal. Whee! Yeah. Okay, net. Yeah, number 2. And maybe just as this tide's changed, brought a few of the fish on. Another similar size. Oh, he spat the lure. Should be able to just grab him out because the lure's gone through the net. There we go. Another quality Brimbos. Pretty happy about that. Same on the Baby Vibe. Just started to work really well on this same pylon. Yeah, I'm tipping he's got quite a long tail, this guy. He's probably quite close to the same size, the 32. So I'll grab the measurer. Yeah, spot on 32 is another 32 fish. So good stuff. Baby Vibes. I'll pop this guy back in. Okay. What's that one, mate? I've got 2 32s now. So that's oh, that's great. That one looks pretty big. That one. Wow, that's cool. On the Baby Vibe too. Baby Vibe. You running the cockle or the other colour black?
Gold.
The gold, yeah.
Oh, that's because that's what I had.
Yeah, the original one. Yeah. Oh, nice fish.
On 3 pounds.
Beautiful, mate. That's a bloody good one. Yeah, let me put a bit of the GoPro action on there. And Deethy's hooked up and caught and landed this lovely fish here. Let's have a look at it. Oh, that's a really good size one. Yeah. He's a beauty. Yeah. Well, there you go. Braining him.
I'll show you the hook.
Oh, he's just munched him.
I don't know whether you'll get that.
Destroyed, is it? Yeah.
Have a go at him.
Oh, mangled.
And they were the hooks that were in.
Oh, that's classic, mate. Yeah.
Pedal away from you.
Yeah. All right. Go for it. That's all right.
I'll let it go in just a second.
Yeah. That's a nice donker. That's a beauty. And is he on the pylons or a bit out or?
Yeah, tight to the pylon.
Yeah.
I didn't have my ruler, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I got mine here. Yeah. Whack him on. Might as well get it, capture it. 34 forker.
38.
38. Yoo-hoo! Happy days. That's good, mate. He's got the big blue nose on him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just slip it back here.
Yeah. Beautiful, mate. Is he go, mate? That enough? Yeah. Yeah. I lost 2 baby vibes on 2 fish. I got smacked. That pylon and this one, yeah. But not, that was a while ago when they were all kind of on, you know? Yeah. But I'll have to bail soon anyway, mate. But what's the time now? It's, yeah, 3 o'clock. So I kick off at 5, so time I go home and get rid of all this. Yeah, yeah, that was good. That was, I broke the hoodoo, mate.
I know.
2 fishies.
When they're on here, they're good.
Yeah.
I've had a good little session.
Yeah. Yeah, you donged heaps.
Yeah, I've got lots of little ones, hey.
Yeah.
I dropped 2 good ones.
Yeah. I think the 2 I lost were kind of similar to what I probably had.
Yeah, okay.
Just, you know, when you're stuffing around and you leave too much, and I'm like getting ready, then it just felt to go bang. Time I went like that, it just went zoom. Got me, but that's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's not so bad when they're baby vibes.
They're not worth that much. But
That's right. Good little lure, but
yeah, they do.
they're just brilliant.
Yeah.
It's hard to go past them, really.
I was going to say, this one's seen some action.
Yeah, the plain black one.
That was all black and now
It's a bit lost his paint job. Yeah.
the weight on the front's got all little tip parts in it.
Oh wow, eh? That's great. Oh, so you put on a weight for a little bit more sink?
Yeah, but if I didn't have the weight, I would have fished it anyway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Before this was what was tied on.
Yeah. Especially as that current sort of picks up. Well, that's good. I'm pretty. Just feed. Yeah. That's why I think I got caught a few times, because I was like doing that and waiting for, but bang, they were already on. Already had me. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, mate. We'll keep getting a few. I'll catch up with you whenever. Yeah. All right, mate. Lovely. Thanks, Deethy. All right, mate. Catch ya. All right, well that ends that little session. Yeah, got a really good hot bite there for a while. I think it was right on the turn of the tide. And yeah, the fish came on. So we did land a few. So Andrew's still been catching a few fish, but they're in the smaller size. He's going to stay on for a little bit longer, but I've got to get back and up to teach some classes. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy watching this little segment, a little video on the Georges River. Until next time, see you later on.